Hello guys, and I'm glad to see you again. So it's spring. So in the spring, a lot of plants have flowers, a lot of plants are blooming, and there's so much color in their garden. So that's why, because it's flowering time, I wanted to talk to you about this beautiful plant. So this plant is a Weigela, and it's one of the most easiest plants that I could grow in the garden. And I'm gonna tell you why. Well, first of all, Weigela comes in different shapes and sizes. We have big Weigelas, small Weigelas, nana Weigelas, like dwarf Weigelas, and a lot of colors from white to pink to red. So there's such a huge number from what you can pick. But all of them have this particular thing that they do in spring. So they have massive flowers and a massive blooming all over the branches. So yes, of course, Tommy doesn't let me do my video as I want because he wants to stay here. So yeah, so Weigela is blooming on all the branches, and they are blooming so hard that you only see flowers and not the branches. So as I said, Weigela is very easy to grow. As you see here, I have two types of Weigela. So I have here Weigela nana variegata. This is nana purpurea, and this one is beautiful also. It's Weigela bouquet rosé. I don't even remember because there are so many. So this is bouquet rosé. So let's talk about the soil. So this plant, as almost all the plants that we have here, and probably all the most plants that we have in the garden, don't like wet soil. And when I say wet, I'm saying about damp soil. All the plants love good drainage, and this is the same. And of course, like all other plants, they love some compost in your soil. So mix a little bit of your soil. Well, if it's a heavy soil like clay soil, you can dig a hole and combine the soil that you have with some sand and with some compost, and probably you won't have any problem whatsoever. The most terrifying enemy of all the plants are overwatering. Remember this, more of the plants are dying because more water than less water. Because if a plant has less water, you will see the plant will tell you, hey, I'm dropping, I need water. But when you overwater it, they will just die. They won't have the time to tell you, exactly like in the lavender. So yes, a good, well-drained soil. About the sun, light. Well, these two Weigelas here have almost all-day sun. But don't bother if you don't have all-day sun. I have some Weigelas in the other side of the garden, and they have like 6 hours of sun, and they don't seem to have any problem whatsoever. The blooms are the same, so probably I will just make a short video from the other side of the garden and put it while I'm speaking and show you the difference between those and these. You won't see the difference, but they have less sun. So don't consider this as a problem. If they have 6 hours of sun, I think it's okay. So soil, sun, and now let's talk about some diseases. I haven't seen any disease on these plants. Like I've watched, I saw like maybe they're going to have some aphids, but no, nothing. The biggest problem of them all, of course, is the same, overwatering. So if you overwater your plants, probably they will do some diseases. You have to realize that this plant is going to drop all of its leaves in the winter. So you're only going to have some branches without leaves. Don't worry. It's normal for these plants to drop the leaves in the winter, and in the beginning of the spring, after 2-3 weeks, probably 1 month after the first leaves appear, you will see even the flowers. So the flowers are massive bunches of clusters of flowers, yeah, on the plant. So these plants that I have here are 1.5 meters when they are mature. They have here like 2 years now, and they are so big. I didn't thought that from this I will get to this in just 1.5 years. So yeah, they will get big. About the pruning of Weigela, well, somebody asked me, how do I prune my Weigela? And I said, as you want. Because if your Weigela goes tall, but in the side you have other plants that you don't want to combine with your Weigela, just cut the Weigela on sides. If you don't want it to go and be so tall, just cut it from the top. It's easy. Gardening should be fun, and you should experiment with your flowers and see how they are going. So when my plant is going to get like this high over here, I'm going to prune it and I'm going to maintain it like in this height. Okay, so that's about pruning. When it's about propagation, well, Weigela is very easy to propagate. You just take a little bit of a cutting from a branch, and you have to have 2 or 3 flowers. And that one, you put it in a pot and you cover it with some plastic, or if you have a humidity dome, it's okay. And probably in 3 weeks, you will have new roots on it, like this one. And as you can see, this one is from last year, and it's already flowered. They are so beautiful and so easy to grow. That's why I said, okay, I have to make a video about this. So yes, this is kind of all that I have to say about Weigela. If you have any questions, please post them in the comment section below. If you like the clip, give it a like, and subscribe to the channel. Share it with your friends if you think it's useful. Until next time, stay healthy and grow plants. Bye!